Welcome to the Totally Awesome Outdoors show. I'm here in Hampshire. I couldn't resist popping in. They just had a shoot up here at Winchfield in Hampshire, and they've got apparently a really tasty game stew. Let's go and see what they've got and see if we can get some tips on actually how they prepare this stew and what's in it. Should be interesting. So Ty, tell us what's in here.
In there we've got pheasant, rabbit,
what's the orange bit?
duck, yeah, duck, pheasant, rabbit, venison, and some wood pigeon.
Yeah,
Bottle of red wine.
that's not a bad thing, is it? Yeah.
Plenty of stock. No, you never beat a bit of red wine. Some bit of good game.
Now, how do you go about preparing that? Just tell us a little bit how you do that. Do you cook them individually?
In as much as I've only got a certain size pot,
Yeah.
then I will put the rabbits in and cook them long and slow.
Yes.
Take them out.
What's long and
debone
slow?
them.
Give us an idea on time for cooking. You know what I mean?
2-3 hours.
Oh, yeah, some
something-
time then.
Yeah, sometimes it's just not so the meat completely disintegrates. It's still on the bone.
Yes.
So you can then pick it out, put it on the board, let it cool a little bit, pick all the bone out because obviously rabbit you've got small ribs and
Sure.
small bones. So pick all the bone out, put all the meat back in a pot,
Yes.
take the stock out, and then strain it, skim it, so you've got no nasty bits or scum or anything.
So that rabbit's the first thing to do.
It's just you could be at any stage. It's just
Yeah.
the way that I wound up doing it.
Yeah. And your birds? What about
And then the birds again, same sort of thing. If you've got any that you think you might have a little bit of breastbone left in or anything, just
Yeah.
cook them long and slow. Let them create their own stock.
Yes.
Then again, strain and sieve your stock so there's no bits or
Yeah,
sort of
bones or
fats,
anything, yeah.
anything's floating around on the top. Same process right the way through. Then put all your stock back together.
Yes.
You can fry off your onions and celery, tomatoes,
Yes.
things like that. Pop that into your stock, so
Yes.
once that's softened a little bit, your bottle of wine, your herbs, in this case coriander and parsley.
Yes. Quite a bit in there then.
Yeah, it's a bit of a, you might call it a man stew.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
not for vegetarians, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, it's
And then how long in the stew? You actually stew it all together?
that was going all day yesterday.
So it's like a slow cooker? Would
No,
you put
just
it
in a
regular
great
big pot?
big urn.
Yes.
Just big catering pot.
Yeah.
And just sort of like once it's come up to the good nice fierce boil, just turn it right down low to simmer, put the lid on it, and just let it.
Is this a traditional sort of shooter's stew, would you call this? Or is this something unusual that you've done yourself?
It's probably more on the traditional side.
Yes.
Normally I would have just done a venison stew, and I
Yeah.
got introduced to the concept of putting everything in it
Yeah, yeah.
by a local chap that does a falconry at Four Seasons Hotel.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And he did one for the hunt on New Year's Day, and I just thought, yeah, that's the way to go.
It was good, was it?
It was absolutely lovely. It's hearty, warming, and on a cold, wet day, it's just
Yeah.
what you need.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
But
Now,
yeah,
can you
nothing-
keep that? Can you keep that one and eat today and that's it?
That-
It's gone,
that-
or can
that
that
will
be
eat
kept in the fridge
today.
for a few days? Or
Yeah, that'll eat today, and then whatever's left, go home.
Yeah.
Some in the fridge, maybe freeze some down. It'll freeze.
Oh, you can
fine.
freeze it,
Yeah,
yeah,
you freeze
yeah.
it if you've got some like old ice cream tubs or takeaway tubs. If you want to do sort of like little individual portions, bang it in the freezer, and then you've got a meal for another day.
and then you got that in this special heated
This just an
unit, yeah?
ex-army Norwegian, which you can find, on the internet. You just type in ex-army
Yeah.
Norwegian.
How long will that
Nordic.
keep you hot for? Because when you opened it, it was steaming up.
That'd still be hot tonight.
Oh, really?
These
Yeah.
things are fabulous, sort of 20 quid sort of thing for
Yeah.
a army surplus job, and they're the ticket, and it'll keep things hot and cold things cold. It's
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely perfect. Obviously, with that, there's wild mushrooms in there as well, which
Sure.
is a nice traditional thing with sort of like red meat, like venison. The only thing with that is, if in doubt, leave it out. Is the old
safe
saying.
way.
If you don't know what the mushroom is, leave it well alone.
Leave it to the experts.
There's some flipping horrible ones out there. There's some real basic ones like your birch bolitas,
Yes.
your seps, things like that are very, very obvious to identify.
Yes.
And that's generally what I stick to. And they're a lovely sort of nice meaty mushroom that will cook well, and you can dry them and store them for the following year as well, which is a nice thing about it.
And how did the shooting go today?
Slow.
Slower today, yeah?
Yeah, a lot slower. Hey, it's getting towards the end of the year. The birds are starting to roam a little bit.
And one, was it Richard got? Was it a guinea fowl?
Guinea fowl, yeah. Which is we had a little bit of fun with Richard on that one, but
now, do you put those down? What's the story on those?
Those were put down partly for a bit of fun.
Sure.
As an alarm bird, because around the pen, anybody walks in there, those things fire up and make a hell of a row.
Yes.
I mean, they really do make a right row. And you know, if somebody was lucky enough to bag one, then they've got one, you know.
Yeah. So it's more of a sort of novelty to add on to the shoot and make it mix it up a bit.
Of interest, and you know, people see them flying by.
What do they eat like? You know?
When I've had them, they've been somewhere between, I suppose, a slightly gamey chicken, somewhere between a chicken and a turkey.
Yes.
Sort of, you know, but they eat very well. You know, it's just a question of knocking back the cooking times a little bit.
Yeah.
To the accordance, it's not a big bird like a
So
chicken.
they cook faster.
They cook faster, yeah. So it's will be a little bit more sparing with the time and the heat, like maybe you would a pheasant.
This is the first guinea fowl that I've ever shot on the last drive, and I didn't expect to shoot it at all.
Yeah.
So far
You're that
today,
bad. You were right last time.
So far today, I've shot a couple of pigeons, and then all of a sudden I just heard forward, which is the cry that you'll hear from the beaters when they're going through the wood and a bird's being flushed out.
Yeah.
And then I think someone shouted guinea fowl, and this little chap flew out at a good enough height to shoot it, and I got it on the first shot, top barrel.
And is there a difference male and female on these? I don't know.
I don't know. Tyrone, male female differences what?
You know what?
Or does nobody
I
know?
don't breed them, I couldn't tell you.
Right, we don't know the answer to that
Don't know the
question.
answer to that. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that.
I know there was a few trout fishing feathers in here.
Yeah, Trevor's going to have those. Trevor's going to make some flies.
Yeah,
apparently.
I noticed that. Yes, a few trout flies there.
Yeah.
That's unusual anyway. Yeah.
It is.
Brilliant.
So thanks for that.